Now, growth and decay of current in LR circuit. So what we do is we consider one circuit in which we use one inductor and other is resistance. You will remember that inductor responds to the alternating current. In case of an inductor, whenever alternating current is flowing, we find that current is behind the voltage by pi by 2. But if it is not LR circuit, if it is LC circuit, in that case, the current will be ahead of the voltage by pi by 2. However, in this discussion, we have to understand the growth and decay of current. That is how the current is increasing and how the current is decreasing. And you will remember that time taken for the growth of current and the decay of current is called the transient time, and that is calculated by the ratio of L and R. So, when the key K is pressed or closed, the current in the circuit increases, but it does not attain the steady state value immediately. It takes some time because EMF is induced. For inducing EMF, some time will be taken. It is a very simple analog that if you put water for boiling, the moment we put water for boiling, immediately it is not boiled. It takes some time. First of all, the molecules attain kinetic energy and after some time, the boiling starts. So, you will remember EMF is induced in the coil in some time and this opposes the growth of current. So, in the figure, L is inductance, R is resistance and plus minus indicating the battery and the dot is indicating the plug key. So when key is pressed or closed, the current in a circuit increases, but it does not attain the steady state value immediately because EMF is induced in the coil and that opposes the growth of current. So for this value, some time is taken. Now, the steady state value of the current is attained after some time. This is called the transient time. So, when key is open, it means that is when circuit is made to off. Then when the key is open, the current in the circuit does not decrease instantaneously, not at once, but it takes some time. So, it decreases to zero after some time because EMF is induced in the coil which opposes the decay of current. So, again in the same circuit, when we open the key, then the decay starts and it takes some time. Again, that time is called the transient time. So, transient time is nothing, it is simply the current growing from minimum to maximum or current that is decaying from maximum to minimum. So, the steady state value of the current is attained after some time. The time taken by the current to attain the steady value depends upon L by R of the circuit, so it is called time constant. Growth and decay of current in the circuit are according to the exponential law, where we have to consider the log of E. So, the equation of the growth of current that is taken as I naught into 1 minus e to the power minus RT divided by L. R is resistance, L is inductance, T is the transient time. I naught is the peak value of the current where I is the instantaneous value of current or RMS value of current. We can also say I as effective value of current. Now during the decay equation, we don't take the whole equation. It will simply be reduced to I is equal to I naught e to the power minus RT over L. For such calculations, you will remember we have to use the logarithm. For example, we have to take log 2 base e. So we have to remove base e by using base 10. So what do? That is log 2 base e can be written as 2.3 into log 2 base 10. And then we have to take the log of 2, which is found to be 0.3010. We take it to one place of decimal and that will be 0.3. So, the time constant of the circuit is L over R. Lesser the value of L over R, more swiftly the current will increase. Gradually, the current will increase. And on opening the key, current will again decrease, but it will take some time. So, that time is calculated by function time constant, that is L over R. You will further remember that L will be indicated in Henry or Weber per ampere and R will be taken in ohms. When the circuit is closed, then the instantaneous value of current is taken as 0.632 I naught, where I naught is called the peak value of the current and I is called the instantaneous value of current. Current is 63.2% of the steady state. When current circuit is open, then I is equal to 0.368 of I naught. Therefore, the current is nearly 36.8% or very approximately 37% of the steady state current, because 0.8 is significant, is more than 0.5. So we can take a next number, that is 37%, in accordance with the consistency of the numbers. Now, the growth and decay of current is shown in the figure. So the graph is indicating, like, the violet line is from maximum to minimum, and the blue line indicating that is the growth of current from minimum to maximum. Wherever the line comes parallel, we will find it is called the steady state. And for steady state, time constant will be L over R. So current is calculated again by Ohm's law by some modification. So I will be equal to V over R into 1 minus e to the power minus RT over L. These calculations are carried out by using the logarithm table. And voltage in the inductor will be V into E into e to the power minus RL over L, and both are the equations called exponential equations. The transient time is indicated on x-axis and the current is indicated on y-axis, 63% maximum and nearly 37% minimum. So when the circuit is open, that indicates R is infinite. There will be maximum resistance offered to the circuit, and L by R will be obviously 0, because if R is infinity, then L over R will become 0. In this case, the current decays very swiftly and the EMF induced in the circuit is large. As a result, the sparking takes place in the air gap. So sparking always takes place when voltage is very high and time is very less. So between the terminals of the key at the time of break means circuit is open and the current flows for a moment. The sparking can be avoided by increasing inductance so that L by R becomes more and the current in the circuit decays slowly. Due to this reason, when sometimes a bulb is switched off, it gets fused. Example based on the growth and decay of current, the LR circuit. So in these examples, you will remember that wherever we have to estimate the transient time, it should be always L by R, and the calculations of the voltage or current, that will be by using the exponential equation. Now our question is that there is a solenoid and the self-inductance of the coil is 50 Henry. Self-inductance means the value of L is given and the resistance is 25 ohm. So if it is connected to a battery, well, battery is a source of direct current and that is 100 volts. The time during which the current grows from 0 to half, not 0 to maximum. So it should be 0 to half of its maximum value will be. Now there are 4 options given. So in order to have the solution, we have to use the exponential equation, and the exponential equation we have just now discussed, that is I is equal to I naught into 1 minus e to the power minus t over L over R. So t is calculated by using the logarithmic calculations, that is L by R, and log 2 base e. So log 2 base e is to be converted to base 10. So we can write this number as log 2 base e will be taken as 2.303 log 2 base 10. So log 2 base 10 will be 0.3 and 2.3 we have multiplied and 50, that is the inductance. So divide by 25, that is resistance, and the net result will become 1.4 second. So we are finding here that is the option with 1.4 second is correct. That is the third option. Now eddy currents. Eddy currents have many uses, but many defects. The defects is that is mainly the heat is produced. Whenever we use the eddy current, we take into consideration the changing magnetic field, which will be indicated by some crosses. And then we take one metal sheet. The moment metal sheet is introduced into changing magnetic field, we find that some circular currents are generated in the metal sheet. These circular currents are supposed to be the eddy currents. So, when a conductor is placed in changing magnetic field, induced EMF is produced in it. As a result, circular currents are produced in the conductor. When we use the term conductor, we can take a metal sheet or a wire. These circular currents are called eddy currents. The conducting material is moved in magnetic field, then eddy currents are also produced. Eddy currents flows in the closed path. So what is a closed path? So eddy currents flow in a closed path. It means that the circuit must be closed. There is loss of energy due to eddy currents and it appears in the form of heat energy. This statement is obeying the law of conservation of energy. That is, whatever is the loss, that is coming in the form of heat energy. In order to minimize this losses, we have to use the various methods. So, loss in the form of heat due to eddy currents, the core of a dynamo or a motor. In a dynamo, what we do? Or in motor, we find in a motor mechanical energy that is converted to another energy. So, motor or a transformer. Transformer is working on the principle of mutual induction. Dynamo also working on the principle of mutual induction. And what we find is that a single piece of soft iron is taken in the form of a core. Now, what is soft iron? Soft iron is a susceptible material. Susceptibility is the property of material due to which it gains magnetism easily and it loses magnetism easily. During the make, we will find that it will gain magnetism easily, and during the break, soft iron will lose magnetism easily. So it will be a very quick process. So we take the pack of the thin sheets insulated from each other by a layer of insulating varnish, or you can say insulating paint. That is, the core of this type is called the laminated core. So laminated core is very important. What is a laminated core? Laminated core means insulated by varnish or by a paint. This device increases the resistance for the eddy currents. In this way, eddy currents are considerably reduced and the loss of energy becomes less. So, you can see in the figure the crosses are indicating magnetic field, that is the changing magnetic field, and movement of metallic sheet is indicated by an arrow. So, blue type of arrow is there and it is indicating the sheet is moving out or inward. Eddy currents are produced in this metal sheet in the form of a loop, and that is called circular current or the eddy current. So whenever a metal sheet is introduced in changing magnetic field, we find that eddy currents are produced in the form of circular currents. Now, there are certain uses of the eddy currents. So we are not taking the drawbacks, rather we are taking the uses of eddy currents, and they are found used in moving coil galvanometer. That is, in the moving coil galvanometer, there is a coil which is rotating or which is moving between the concave shape of the magnetic poles. Induction furnace, then another case where the eddy currents are useful, or the deadbeat galvanometer. That is, if eddy currents are not there, the needle of the galvanometer will never come to end or stop. Then it is a speedometer, which is exactly the same way of operating as galvanometer. And the last one, that is the use of eddy currents, will be the electric brakes.